Hey!
Hi.
Yes, Ruth.
Yes.
I've got a confession to make.
I'm listening.
I am emotional.
Why are you emotional?
Are you not emotional? Why are you not emotional?
I'm always emotional when it comes to music or things like that.
Well, it is World Music Day. Happy World
Yep.
Music Day, everybody. But what makes this emotional? And clearly, it's not very emotional for Ruth. She can't wait to see the back of these. This is the last session of the
Oh,
academic year, Ruth.
now I got it. I'm on your train of thought. Yes, I am emotional. I'm going to be very sad. I'm very sad.
She's clearly not emotional at all, is she?
No.
Anyway, whatever.
I mean, I
Well,
just watched you eat an ice lolly in front of me.
look at that, everyone.
There it is. I saw the
So,
time. Yeah.
let's get going on World Music Day.
Do it the whole
Um,
time.
right, so welcome everyone to World Music Day. Do put a comment in, say hello, because you're probably emotional like me. I mean,
Yeah.
Ruth is clearly, she's clearly got the emotion of a fridge. So
That's true.
she's cold as ice. So, but yeah, if you're emotional like
Ooh.
me, let me know in the chat. But it's World Music Day. Let's not dilly dally. Let's get it up there.
Amazing.
There you go. It's the final countdown.
Oh no, this is it, guys. I'm going to apologize ahead of time.
It's the final countdown of the last session of the year, and it's World Music Day. And what have we got going on? Well, first things first, you can see we've got a link at the top here if you don't have this page already. bit.ly/express WMD, not weapons of mass destruction. It's World Music Day.
World Music Day. Yep.
Yeah. Hey! Yes, Ansborough Integrated Primary School. Say hello. All right. All right. Hello.
Yeah.
Calm down. Good to see you all here. At St. Joseph's in Drumquin, County Tyrone.
Woo! Northern Ireland, bring it on.
Yeah. Where's County Tyrone? Where does that sit?
West, north,
West.
westish.
Gotcha.
You guys will be like, it's not west. Like west from me, it's west from me. Hi, I'm in Larne in County Antrim. Hi.
There you go. There you go. County Antrim. I didn't know that. That's where my
Mhm.
grandmother's from.
There you go. It's a
Yeah.
big county.
There you go. Right. Well, thank you very much for saying hello. Any other hellos, please give them, put them through, because as you see, you do get a shout out.
Yeah.
You do get a shout out. Right. Let's do the QR code thing. What happens there, Ruth?
Yeah, so if you've got a device, if you're on the iPads, it's really just handy if you're on the iPads. You can open your camera and you can, if your teacher has this on the screen, or actually, well, you can just scan what we've got open here and you just go boop and you scan it with your camera. It'll take you to that link. It's instead of
what happens if you don't do the sound effect? Does it not work?
It doesn't work. No, you have to go boop.
Got these classes. You got classes. Everyone now. Everyone now. Go, boop, 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 boop.
Yep, that's it. You got to do
There
it.
we go. We're in County Down.
Oh,
County Down.
there you go.
Yes. Whereabouts that one?
Down.
That's
it's south from County Antrim, so it's kind of Belfast and then down from there.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Right. Well, if you open this page, you'll have it here. You'll see challenge 1. Oh, looking good. And challenge 2. Challenge 2, we're going to do it on a band called Queen. If you don't know who they are, ask your teacher. And if your teacher doesn't like them, then you're going to have to leave.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Because Queen are the greatest band of all time. But there we go. That's what we've got. Oh, Ruth, why didn't you announce this one?
Hi, South Wales. Hi.
Yeah. Chrissy, I never go at that. Chrissy Ceiliog. Chrissy Ceiliog. Chrissy Ceiliog. Good? Let me know. Let me know in the comments.
Yeah,
doing my best.
Let him know.
Don't shoot me down. I'm doing my best.
But hi anyway. Hi, that's cool. Hi.
Okay. Rule number 1 of these sessions.
Ruth. Are you waiting for me? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Rule number 1 is at any point, if we are going too fast or if you want to take a wee bit of time working on something, you can just hit pause. We're not going to know. We just continue on in life. You're not hitting pause on us. So yeah, you can pause the video. You can catch up in your own time. There'll even be a time where Dom and I will just put a bit of music on. You can even get to that point and then you'll be caught up. So no worries if you get stuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. You definitely don't have to worry about it. And also because Ruth and I go back and forwards between the Chromebook and the iPad, so be able to have a bit of time when someone else is demoing something, and also steal some ideas from Ruth because she's got the best ideas. And yeah, don't worry about it. And we will also, at the end of each challenge, we'll give you, 5 minutes or so in order to finish off your challenges. We'll have a bit of music on. We'll be showing a few little extra things you might want to do. So there'll be plenty of time. And if you do feel like you're going too far behind, then you can just pause this. Right. A couple of another shout outs here. That's a hard one. I think that's a hard one.
Is that the same?
No.
School? I thought that was the other school said they were from there. Sorry.
See, the Y is a U. So it's to Kreuz. And they love Queen. So it doesn't even matter because we're connected by the power of music. And look at that.
Good. There you go. You pronounced it.
Very good there. And then we've got from London. We are the Great 6C. Nice. I feel like they might be a Leo school. I'm not sure.
I think that's your album title right there. The Great 6C.
The Great 6C. That's a great name for an album.
You were waiting for it. Yeah.
The Great 6. What do you mean I was waiting for it? I already had a really good one.
No, I was waiting for it.
She has been giving me so much grief about my first challenge. But anyway, we love Queen too. Yeah, everyone loves Queen. Great. What was rule number 2, Ruth?
Something to do with swag.
Yes, swag. Yeah. If you complete both challenges, you get access to swag. It's free. It gets sent to your school directly, free of charge. And if you then also go and teach your skills to other children, teachers, parents in your school, then you get VIP swag.
Mm-hmm.
And what you had a really good one for that. It's not very important person. It's
very important pupil. I can't remember.
No, it was way better than that. Anyway,
way better than that. It'll come to me later.
She's a one-trick pony, and she can never remember the trick.
Never remember what I say. Never. As soon as it's out of my mouth, it's gone. Yep.
Right, and then we decided last week there is no rule 3.
No.
But we are. Oh, do you know what I do need to say? If you were on last week, I did get told off by a teacher, rightly so, on the last session. For saying that we like things in lower caps.
I like things in lower caps.
What we meant to say about that is when we do things in design, sometimes it looks really nice in lower caps, but obviously we wouldn't use that in writing. We would always use the caps at the start of a sentence. But sometimes in design, it's nice to have it all in, lowercase or uppercase, whatever you want. Either way.
Proper nouns, cities, everything. You should capitalize things if it needs to be capitalized.
Exactly.
But in design's a wee bit different.
Yeah, an official slap on the wrist there. And then also best year 6 class in London, 6T. I feel like there's a little bit of rivalry going on here.
Yeah, I know.
6T, there you go. Right, challenge number 1 is going to be graphic design. Design an album cover for you, your favorite band or DJ. You can even become a DJ if you like.
Nice.
You're going to make your own music art, your own album cover. I mean, I suppose even on Spotify and things like that, they still do have album art, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a big part of Spotify.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. And then challenge 2, we're going to do web design. We're going to create a fan page for your favorite musical or music performer or band or DJ, whatever you like. Doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hi, Dom and Ruth from 6S. Yeah, hi. I like that. Okay. Ruth, have you chosen a band that you're going to do yours on?
I was going to do Queen because it's all got the write-up on it, but I can choose a different one if you want.
There you go. Well, you see here, you got this button here. It is also at the top here as well. This is going to take you through even to your Queen fact file. Oof. This is going to be amazing. There are so many things to talk about with Queen because they're so incredible. And it will give you the opportunity to learn about them if you don't know who they are.
See, now you're making me want to do someone else. So I will possibly. Ooh.
Meredith. Jones. Just muscling in on the live stream again. Honestly, that lad.
Dom's
album piano classic.
I miss you.
There we go. It's enough of him. Get him out. He'll be back. I have no doubt. Right. Let's get started. Right, I'm going to get started on challenge 1, which is creating your own music album. We're also going to do the iPad. And what we'll do is show you how to log in or open up very quickly on the iPad. Then I'll go back If you're watching on the iPad, watch mine to see how it works and what kind of things I'm doing. You can get started too if you know what you're doing. And then once I'm done, browser people like Chromebooks and laptops, they can just get busy squirreling away, and then you can watch Ruth, and then you'll already have an idea of what you're doing, so it'll be nice and quick. But let's go to Ruth first to see how we get started. Off we go.
Yes, so on the iPad today, we're going to be using two different apps. For challenge one, we're going to be using Adobe Express, which is our album art. And for the second challenge, we're going to be using Spark Page. So it's just so you know, on the iPad, we're using two different apps. So we're going to open up Adobe Express. Whenever we do, you're going to see this, which is our home screen. Hopefully you're familiar with this. Hopefully it's not the first time using Adobe Express. Down here, we're going to hit the plus button, which creates a new project for us. And on the iPads, we're going to choose solid color because that's the best way to start off on the iPads. In here, then, I'm just going to choose
lime
white.
green.
Yeah, I know. I was designing something that was like vegetable colors. I don't know why. There you go. So I'm going to choose white as my main one. I'm going to hit next. And actually, if you've been following along with these, you're going to know that we always tell you to do like an A4 page or an A3 page. Today, because we're doing album art is usually square.
Yes.
So we're going to choose a square graphic. If you're wanting something to know, it's in the socials, if it's not already square, and you can just tap on Instagram. It's the same as Spotify, but we're going to create a square one. So I'm going to hit done. And then I'm going to just tap on this text because on the iPads, it always creates this text. And I'm going to hit delete. And we've got a blank page that is ready to go. So that's how you get started on the iPads.
Nice. Right. Let's get going on a Chromebook or a laptop or a desktop. Press the big plus. It's kind of the same, really. And like, you can go to custom size graphic here. And then, like Ruth said, there are social ones. Instagram is always square. You can go to popular. That is square as well. So is it in standard? Yeah, it's in standard too. So choose your way.
Yeah.
Don't really matter. And then just want to square, click next. Right. Okay. Well, Ruth put the cat amongst the pigeons earlier. Get rid of these templates. We don't need templates. And she, fully questioned, the quality of my work. So we've changed the entire workflow for this now.
Incorrect. I saw the final product and I said, "Is this how you did it?" And he said, "No." But we should probably
tell me a much better way to do it. So I'm going to create this thing here. So this is what we're going to go for. There is a tutorial here that creates something different, but I've done that for quite a few times. I thought I'd try something new. But if you want to, that's another one you can do, which is cool. I do like it. I just wanted to do something new. Now, what I'm going to do is go over to photos. You can be doing this on the iPad at the same time. You don't have to wait around. And I'm going to search for guitarist. Okay, guitarist. Somebody plays the guitar. Loads of cool photos in here. The one I went for is this one because whoever this is, man, woman, or child, is doing an incredibly athletic pose there. But it puts it in and it's quite small. So I'm just going to start dragging it out because I want it to fill the screen. But also, I actually want to flip it around as well. You can see down here on the right-hand side, you can flip it vertically. Don't know why you want to do that, but you could.
Yeah.
But you can flip it horizontally. Look at that. Nice. Because I want it to be kind of over on the right-hand side. So I'm going to start stretching it out. Now, what might happen is you might start running out of a bit of space here. So you could, on the iPad, you just pinch, wouldn't you? But here, you could. I'm going to bring this down to maybe like 40%. There we go. And that means I've got much more control here. Right. Nice. Now I've got that. Just going to do a couple more things very quickly. First things first. Now, Ruth, what did we say we were going to do? Right. What we're going to do is
remove background.
Remove background. So click this. You see, this is Ruth schooling me here on how to use this tool. It's the second time I've used it, so
reminding you, not schooling.
Remove background. Now, this is what creatives do. You see, they heap criticism on each other until the point that they get much better at what they do.
Yeah, it's helpful. It's helpful criticism.
There you go. And then I'm going to click done, top right. I've got one person here, and then what am I going to do first, Ruth?
You're going to duplicate it?
Yeah, well, I think what I might do is I might put a filter on it.
Okay. Yep.
filter on it first. Goes duotone. If you like those colors, you can. I think I did this one originally, so I'll keep it at that because why not? Let's just have a look. What did it do? Yeah, it was that one.
That's right.
And then once I've done that, I'm saying, right, that's cool. I'm happy with that. I'm going to duplicate it again. And it's going to give me the exact same cutout, except it's just going to move it a little bit right and down. And then I'll turn the filter off.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's kick it over to you. Let's
Okay.
keep those iPads happy and let everyone do those things.
No problem. So again, on the iPad, we're going to bring in a photograph. To do that, we're going to hit Add at the bottom, and we're going to go to Adobe Stock. Now, Photos will open up the same sort of thing. So if I tap on Photos, it just gives me more options. So you can take a picture of your own face if you want to be the person, but I'm going to go get a stock photo. I'm going to do the same. I typed in musician just to see what different things I would get, but I'm going to choose this guy over here who looks really angry that he's got a guitar, and I like that. Looks like he doesn't know how to hold a guitar. So I'm going to choose him, and I'm going to hit add one. And on the iPad, you're going to get this option. So pin to background will make him the background image. We don't want to do that because then it makes it awkward to duplicate. So we want to do move freely, which means that we get this view, and it looks exactly this guy looks really angry. It's great. Okay, proper rock.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose him. On the iPads, then we're going to go to remove background at the bottom, and Adobe's going to do its magic.
Gonna do all the hard work.
Don't know. It doesn't look like it's done anything because it was a white background, but it's cut the background out. So I've got this guy, pretty much the same as what Dom showed you. Just one little thing to point out: if you are using the same photograph that Dom is, if you go to adjust, you can flip it that way. So I could choose what way round I want to do. So that's how you change that. And then I'm going to go to looks. I forgot where it was. I'm going to go to looks, and I'm going to go to duotone as well. And in here, you'll see duotone. There's little sliders that appear on top of the duotone. If I tap on that, that's where I can edit it, and I can pick different colors. So I'm going to go a wee bit different. I've just noticed his hat is cut off. We're going to ignore that at the top.
Very no, that's pretty good.
I know we notices. I'll hide it with the wee square thing.
It's so I'm going to choose,
yeah, I know. I'm going to choose pink. And then I'm going to go to edit, duplicate so that it's on top. And then I'm going to go to looks, and I'm just going to say none. I don't want any effect on that.
Yeah, nice.
That's looking good. It is looking good. And what I might do, just to annoy Dom, because he always says I always try to up him, is I'm going to duplicate again. And I'm going to do a third one.
Oh, what?
Because I want to do a third guy. So if I go to there, I need to order, and I want him to be in the background. So I need to tell my order to go to the bottom, and then I can go to looks, go to duotone, and I can change that color. So I have now a pink and a purple guy.
Yeah, nice.
You can do as many as you want. That's what I love about it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Have a play around with that. So right, we're all on the same page here. Next thing I'm going to do is I want to put a background in here. So on the left-hand side, you'll see backgrounds. So, I mean, actually, the one I chose was this green one, but it actually gives you more. If you put something like texture, something like that. Was it texture?
I think it was just one of the trending ones.
Yeah, maybe we didn't. Yeah, you see, trending backgrounds. Have a look in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts in here that you could use. It just depends on your mood, I guess. That one's quite cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That one's quite cool. Whoa!
His guitar has created those like
exactly.
That looks good.
See, creativity most of the time is just pure luck.
Yep, always. Yep.
The one I did with this was I made sure that it looked like sound waves coming out of his guitar. There you go. Right. Yep, there's my background. Done it. And I'm going to claim it. Right. Now that I've got that, I'm going to do one more thing before I kick it over to Ruth. I'm going to go to shapes here. I'm going to go to square. Now, the square that I'm looking for is an outline square. I don't want one with, where it's filled in like that one. I want an outline square. And I think I want it to be quite thin because you have all different sort of sizes. That one will do, I think, in the second row. So it goes in there. I can click it. And then I get my options here on the right-hand side to give me this rather interesting yellow. So I'm going to click in that and then get this kind of color palette coming up. And if you move your circle right all the way over to the top left, F will come up. That means it's pure white. And then I'm going to bring it all the way down so it kind of works like a border. Now I'm going to come back off it slightly and then make sure it's centered just by dragging it. And then I don't know if you can see, but there are like little purple dotted lines, crosshairs there, making sure that it is in the center. So there we go. That we're kind of we're almost there.
Yeah.
Off you go. Her background guaranteed is going to be way better than mine, and she's changed that color at the back.
I have changed the color at the back, and I've made the front one gray scale. I just put a little filter on him so he was gray, black and white. So what I'm going to do is exactly the same. So I'm going to go to Add. I'm going to go to Adobe Stock again to search my photos. But this is where I'm going to change a wee bit, because Dom searched texture or patterns or went to trending. I don't actually have that, do I? I think there's some like my Adobe, or like, you know, there's some areas here. It's a bit harder to find the trending ones on the iPad.
Yeah, there is a background section there.
If you want it to look really funky, neon is a really great word to search, because you get all of these different backgrounds. So I quite like this, like triangles, quite cool. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this background, which is like a brick background.
Oh, the third one down on the left.
Yeah, nice. It's like different colors. Or the triangle one's pretty cool, but we're putting a shape in it, aren't we? We're putting that square in.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to stick to that. So I'm going to choose this plain sort of background, but I like the bricks behind it. Then on the iPad, it's going to say, where do you want it? This is our background image. So I'm going to go to pin to background, and it kind of goes in here.
Nice.
It looks okay. I think my colors maybe need to change of my guitar. It kind of stands out a wee bit more, but I'm gonna fiddle with that. Don't worry. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with my background there. I will change my blue. I might just make it a bit darker, like make it match the side, you know, so I can just tap on that blue one. Oh, that's the pink one that's selected. And I could, if I wanted to, I could choose, this is getting too into detail. I could choose this color.
You love doing this.
I love doing this. But anyway, you don't need to worry about that, but you can change the color to kind of match that look. I'm going to leave it like that. And then the last thing that Dom did before he handed it over to me was to add in a square, just like an outline of a square to add in, because that is actually really a very popular design choice in album art. So
Why,
no, I'm being serious. I'm not being sarcastic.
No, yeah, no, I agree.
So if I go to shape, so I went to plus shape, and then in here, you're going to get some options. I'm going to search square, and it's exactly the same as what Dom showed. The difference is, it's not different. You cannot choose the solid white, because if I chose that black one, it's going to be an entirely white background. So I'm going to choose this one. It doesn't really matter. I just like doing that for myself, because then I know that the two I'm going to have two different color options. I'm going to make it a bit bigger, and then I'm going to just align it so that it's in the middle. And then when I go to color, I now have two colors that I can use the fill. So if I don't want it filled in, I just go to none.
Nice.
And then border is white, and we'll kind of leave it that white. The thickness of the border, I think don't think you can change.
No, it just depends on which one you select.
There's thinner square shapes or thicker ones. I'm pretty happy with the thickness. And then I might just go to order and put it behind so his little foot hangs over. But I might just do his little
He's only got little feet, this guy.
There's his little foot.
He's only got little feet.
Something like that. So I'm going to go back to Dom, because I'm going to change my colors again, and that's not fun to watch. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Well, in the having been inspired by Ruth yet again, I'm going to take my kind of square outline here, and I'm going to drag it down the order so that this person's little leg and little guitar and little foot just go over the edge like that. So he's kind of jumping in or through. I'm not quite sure which one, but anyway, makes it look dynamic. And that's what we're all about, being dynamic. Right. Couple of things. What we got to do? Well, I'm going to put this text in: breakfast in Porth Call. Now you might be thinking, what is that? I don't know. I just had to come up with a name. This is going to be my new. Is this my band name or my album name?
Yeah, don't know. What do you want it to be?
It's going to be my band name. It's going to be my band name.
Okay.
I'm going to add my text. Now, I'm just going to put it in normally here, okay? But I'm going to make sure it's all capitals. But it's not going to be breakfast in Porthcawl. It's going to be brunch in Porthcawl, because brunch is by far the most important meal of the day. Oops, what is that? Just immediately opened Adobe Animate. And then I'm going to bring it down here. Now, there's a couple of things I want to do here. Brunch and Porthcawl. Right, now it's getting lost a little bit with the guitarist, so I might select one. And then I might select one and then hold shift and select the other. No, that's not doing it for me. So I'm just going to move my guitarists just over to, oh, that's moving the text. If you have trouble with this, just go to your layer stack. That's the best place to do it. Oh, it's doing it again. Right, move that well out of the way. Select my green. No, it's still doing it. What am I going to do here? Oh, there we go. No, select my background now. I need this one. I need this one. I need this one. There we go.
There you go.
Got it. And then my guy on the front. Sometimes it can be a bit fiddly, really. And you just decide where you want it to go. Right. When I'm happy with that, go back to my text. I'm going to bring it in here. Right. Now, what I've got to do here is start making this text look funky, because at the moment it looks okay. But I do want to make it look different. I do want to increase the spacing between the lines. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to move it up again. There you go. And then it's time to decide, what kind of font do I want here? So you can go to your font recommendations and you get, oh, that one's quite cool, actually. Yeah. I mean, this is where Ruth is going to spend all day.
He knows me. Yeah.
I quite like that one. Quite like that. That works. But actually, if you know one that you want, and I actually do know one that I want, it's called Rig. What's it called? Rig. I've got a note of it here. Is it Rig Solid? Rig Solid Medium Fill. There it is. Rig Solid. And then there's all sorts. Medium Fill. There you go. I like that. You can put an outline on it if you want. You could change the color ever so slightly if you want to make it. No, that doesn't make it stand out more at all. There we go. That'll do. So there's putting your text in. That's your band name, or it could be your album name. Could be either of those. Ruth, you ready?
Yep, just about.
Right. Here we go.
So I changed my background.
What have you done?
I changed my background. I was just playing around. So
nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna add in some text. All I did was change the color, and I changed the little guys in the background. I put their opacity down a wee bit just so they weren't so bright. And also so you can see the bricks behind them. So I'm going to go to add. I'm going to go to text. Now this is where we can just type in. Oh no, I have to come up with the name. I forgot. I have stuff. I've got a document that we were working on earlier.
So I might C6. You can have that one.
Which one?
The Great C6.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, guys. And I'm going to annoy the teachers more by doing it in capital.
6T are going to be absolutely. You're going to be absolutely livid.
Shall I go in between and go like the Great 6
CT?
6L? I don't know.
6CT. You got to do it. You got to give it. There you go. The Great 6CT.
So there's my band name. Sure. I'm going to go to align, and I'm going to go left align so that it looks a wee bit nicer. I'm going to go to font, and I'm going to look for a font that looks pretty cool with this background. And I think that one's pretty great. The only downside with this font is it's a bit thin. Right. But I'll show you guys how to fix that. Well, not fix it, just how to help that. I can't remember. Did you do that? Sorry, I was busy doing photos. Was the outline? No.
No, I was playing around with that. I actually decided that I'm going to make the background slightly darker.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, because this is a bit awkward, I'm going to delete right? And I have my background. It's a wee bit hard to read, but that's okay. We can play with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to effects, and you're going to see down here there's outline. So if I turn outline on, it's going to put an extra outline on it. But I'm going to go to the little options and I'm going to change that to white so it matches my text.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And you can change the thickness here. So it's like if you like a font and you're like, oh, it's not thick enough, you can change it. You just need to make sure your text is the same color. It kind of works. You kind of lose a wee bit of the font, but it's just to show you that you can bring that thickness
That's
down.
good. There is good, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to spacing, and I'm going to reduce the line spacing to see, can I bring it down so that it kind of merges? Not fully. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll leave it about there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to edit, duplicate. I'm going to double tap and I'm going to type in the, because then I can make my the a bit smaller and just put it.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
that
good
you
idea.
don't need to be stuck with the same, because that's the thing, you can't select a word and make that smaller. So if I wanted it a wee bit smaller, I could do that. I might move that over, might move this back up. I don't know. Kind of play around with it. It looks okay up there. And yeah, so that's just me. This is how I go. This is my brain.
Yeah, this is the jam.
This is it. But yeah.
Right. I played around a bit too.
Nice.
I changed the background color just by selecting it and then taking the enhancements off. I put a filter on it, put a duotone filter on it, and I felt like that kind of, I don't know, made it work. I mean, you can just keep on playing around with them, really. That was the original one. That one works quite nicely as well, but I think I'll keep it on there. That's good. And then what I want to do is, did I get it from Shapes? Did I get it from Design Assets? I think I got it from Design Assets. I'm going to put a grid in. I've got my caps lock still on. Yeah, here it is. So in Design Assets on the left-hand side, I kind of want to add something into my sort of background here. And this one I thought was really good. I liked it a lot. So you got that there, right? And then I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna kind of put it in here. Right. Now I need to maybe spin it a bit more. Now I really like it, but what do I not like about it? No, nothing. I love it. No, that's all good there. And then what I did with it, yeah, I was just messing around with it really. And what I decided was that I was going to put like I was going to reduce the opacity on that, so it becomes a bit see-through, and then go and find like a funky duotone filter. That works quite nicely.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah. But you can just play around and cycle through. You know, you can flip them as well.
You got
it. That's floating my boat.
He's feeling
I like that. And so you could like bring it down as low as there, so it's kind of coming out of this man, woman, or child, and then you know, bring the opacity down even more. And this is looking really funky. I'm into that. It's kind of making it look like new agey and sci-fi and stuff like that. Now, one more thing before I kick it back over to Ruth is I wanted to put some text in there, because you can see on mine I've got new album, I've got available on Spotify down here, but this new album thing, and this will work on the browser, but Ruth will show you how to make it from scratch on the iPad. This is just an extra really, so if you get to here and you're like, yeah, this is enough for me, that's cool. But you can put some text on, and on the browser you will get kind of all sorts of different text templates here. So I went and clicked more in social, and I did a scroll and a scroll and a scroll and a scroll, and then obviously this one here, get loud. Put it down there. So it's actually made up of all sorts of different pieces. They're in a group. You can see it's edit group here. So that's quite useful, because it means you can move them around all at the same time. Now I'm going to put it round about, put it round about there. Now, obviously, colors aren't working here at all. So let's click into it, and then it will select an individual item in there. So rather than Get Loud, we'll put New Album. Change the color on it. Might change it to white, to be fair. Oh, no, not white, because the thing in the background is white. Let's try something else. Come on, keep up, computer. You can do it.
Orange,
So,
like
maybe an orangey
mustard.
Yeah, something like that. That works.
Yeah.
And now I am going to reduce the opacity of my square as well, by the way, just to make it easy to read. And then here, you could change, if you just keep clicking in, you can change the color of the individual items in here as well. And then maybe I'll change this one to that kind of strange yellowy orange. And, just building up a little picture here. Kind of like that. Maybe the text is still getting a bit lost. So I'm going to keep clicking until the new album comes up again. And then I'll put an outline on it. There you go. You can reduce that down a bit. And that just helps it stand out a little bit as well. Ruth, the floor is all yours.
Nice, thanks. So,
nice.
Yeah, I just moved it over. So in the great one, I just double tapped and put a couple of spaces in. So then I had room to put the sideways. So yeah, what we're going to do is on the iPad, we actually don't have access to those little text templates that Dom was showing of the Notify Now. No, that wasn't Notify Now. Uh-oh.
The new album.
New album. What am I saying? Notify. So we're going to create one just. So what we could do is I could go to add, I could go to shapes here, and I could search for that megaphone if I wanted. So I could have that as a different sort of icon. So there's lots of different little megaphones that we could pick. I quite like.
You get one with the
lightning
kind of sound coming out of it, then that reduces the amount of work you have to do. The one you got works, I think.
Oh, right. Oh, like the wee lines. Yeah. So whatever, remember, don't forget, whatever is black on this, you can change the color, but it will be a solid color. So if you wanted this one, for example, this one right in the middle is going to be just an outline of it. So it's your choice which one you go for. I'm going to go for a solid one. So I'm going to hit add one. Nice. It's a horrible color. So I'm going to go to color. And I'm going to go to custom, use my little dropper tool to try and select this nice sort of blue color that's sort of there. Don't know, that's probably not going to work. I realized I put my title at the top, so I'm going to have to change where new album is. So I'm going to put it just over here,
cool.
Which is fine. I might actually just change to white, to be honest, after all that. So I'm just going to do white, and then I'm going to go to plus text, and I'm just going to type in new. I'm going to need to move my keyboard. New, and then I'm going to go next new line, enter, album. And the reason I'm doing enter is that it will automatically create that on two spaces. If I don't do that and I go small, it will try to force it onto one line.
Yeah,
you don't really want
that sometimes.
Yeah, and then we just want to pick a nice sort of chunky font. That's pretty good. I'm going to go to effects and turn off my outline. It will always try and copy whatever text you've done before. So I don't want to. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to make it a wee bit smaller. Move it over. And actually it works pretty nice with our like that. I think I just messed it up. But anyway, you can play around with it and see. If you are struggling, it's a bit small. If you tap off onto the side, then nothing is selected. And if you zoom in now, it will actually zoom in. If I have something selected and I pinch on the screen, it will auto try to resize that image. So you want to make sure nothing's selected, pinch to zoom in, and then it's easier to adjust your whatever you need to do. So you can move this around, you can change it.
That's
You
nice.
guys,
A nice
you're
size.
way better designers than us anyway. So
Yeah,
whatever you
keep on
will be
playing
better.
until it works.
Yeah, exactly. And then so I'm pretty happy with that. You can play around with your colors, lots of different things. Yeah, so that's kind of how you
Cool.
create something that maybe the browser guys have been able to do. So
Nice.
yes.
Right. What we're going to do now is just show you quickly how you can share it, and then we'll put some music on so you can catch up and do all your own work. So that's fine. I actually decided that I didn't want to put anything else on mine because I felt like it was too busy. And I just thought, well, you know what? That looks nice and simple. Might play around with some colors and things like that. But to share your work, I didn't put the share link on that page. Never mind, because I've got it on a ticker.
Okay.
Share your work. There we go. Share your work with us. bit.ly/share express. How do you do that? You press share. You press publish. This is really important. You cannot give us the link at the top in your browser. Okay. You have to press share, publish, and then you can click link here. It will create a link for you. And then if you go to bit.ly/share express, share your work with us. You can do it completely anonymously. You ask your teacher. But yeah, all you need to put is your name. So I put Dom, your school of rock, clearly on World Music Day of Rock. And then link to your Adobe Express project. And here it is. It's this one. This is the public link. This is the one that you can share with other people. And then I can put it in there. Boom. It's going to go all the way through if I press submit. And it's going to go through. And there we go. And I'll be able to give some shout outs on screen. So let's put some music on.
Shall I show how to export?
Yes, please do that.
Sure. So once you're happy with your album art, in the top right on the iPad, you're going to see a little open box with an arrow jumping out of it. So pointing up. If I tap on that, that's share. That's what that arrow means. If I go to save image, that's going to save the image locally on my iPad. But we don't want that, because if you want Dom to be able to see it, you want to go to copy link. And that's just going to say preparing your project. It shouldn't take too long. It's usually dependent on how many pictures you have
nice and quick.
And then once it's copied, you can go in here, go into Safari, go to, nope, that's not what you type in. It's literally scrolling on the screen, Ruth. And you just go to Share Express or bit.ly/Share Express. And then if I paste it in here, that's where I can do it, and I can add my name and things. And I'll just show you if I just create a new page here, this is what it will look like. So everyone can kind of see my work. So very, very easy. That little arrow in the top right. You can put music on now. So I realized I forgot to show how to share. But I know.
No, very good. Okay. Right. What we'll do is we'll give you 4 or 5 minutes. Let's put some music on. There we go. Put mine back on. Got 4 or 5 minutes here to finish off your work, and then we'll show some on the screen. Well, probably 3 or 4 minutes, something like that. But let me just make sure that you know that if you're on the browser, do not give us this link at the top here. You can see my arrow going crazy at the top. Don't give us that one. You need to give us the one where you press share, publish, and then if you click that link button, it will kick out a link, and that's the one to share with us. That's the one. Okay. Now, a couple of things I was going to just do while you're kind of messing around.
Yeah.
Is if you do have this new album thing, and you do think that you'd like to have available on Spotify, it's quite easy to do that. Click, like I said before, that's a group. Okay, they're grouped together, and the reason why they do that is so that if you do resize it, they all resize at the same time. But if you click into it, it will highlight text itself, and you can duplicate that. And then all I'll do is I'll bring it down here. I'll change it to, I'll put now on Spotify, because available's Spotify, quite long. Drag it all onto one. Now, one of the things that I did do here was you can increase the letter spacing. Just makes it a little bit. There we go. Center it. And then you can always use your arrows just to move it about. And then I did also do another thing here, which was I went to shapes. I went to headphones. Oops. Headphone. Oh, there we go. And then I did find this pair of headphones that I thought were pretty funky, actually. I want it to be a solid block. There we go. That one. That'll do. I'm going to put it in there. White is good for me. Oops. You can always press back if something weird happens. Click on that. Bring it down. Resize it. Put it on a little angle. And then kind of hang it off the end there. It's not the world's greatest design, but it's you know, it's fun.
Yeah, all it has to say is it's available. That's it.
There you go. And then, you know, change your backgrounds anytime you like. You know, start having a look and see what it thinks. If you think, oh, do you know what, that looks much better, or the original might be much better, or the multiply. You know, they're all just different versions of the same thing. And if you want, duotone is probably the one where, you know, the biggest changes happen.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you could always go in and change the color of the presets. That's dead easy to do. I mean, this is kind of the original one that I tried.
Which is there's nothing wrong. It was just the technique. I was like, oh, is it this way? And you were like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's just playing around with things all the time, isn't it? Because once, if I was like, do you know what, that's the one I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'd probably go in and change things like the color of the text, and down here the color of the text, and actually that works quite well. Yeah, not bad. And then you might also want to go in. Oops, let's come back out of that. There we go. Let's open this up. Where are you? Come on. I want this one in the back. There we go. My machine's been a bit slow. But this duotone, you might want to go in and change that one.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really fit with this. Yeah. That one's better, I guess. And the same with this one. I want to change that. Oh. Yeah. I like that. I mean, actually, that wave, because I've got quite a busy background going on, you might just want to take that wave off. Might look a bit better, really. Ruth, show us a couple of variations that you might do just while I'm getting some things up to show on the screen.
Sure, no problem. So what I ended up doing was I selected my little guy. I'm going to turn that music down just very slightly.
Yeah.
I selected my little guy and I went to crop, and I actually cropped it so that he was coming, the square would be the cutoff for him. So you can see I just dragged the crop. It doesn't, you don't need
One
to be.
thing, someone's asking, how do you get the Google form? It's down the bottom, share your work, bit.ly/share express.
Yep, just type that into Safari, just in your web address, like the web bar. So I just did that, and then I selected my white box and just put the order so that it looks like he's kind of popping out of nowhere. And did that. Another thing that I might do is see this new album. It's okay, but I don't think it really stands out. So I might go to shape, and I might go to something like a stamp, or I don't know what stamp might bring up. It's like a stamper. That's not really what I was thinking. It's more like a round shape, so I want to do round rather than circle. Sometimes if you don't search for the thing, you might get some sort of different shapes.
You could try seal.
Oh yes, seal.
But you might get loads of
seals. That's what I was thinking. But this is the kind of thing that I was thinking about. You know, that sort of wavy one. But it's okay. I mean, you can play around with it. I mean, you could put it in anything. I'll go geometric. Let's see what that fires up. See what sort of shapes we get. It's probably just going to be basic shapes. Yep. I can play with this one. Might do that and then hit add one. Put it in there. I can put it about here and then go to color. I could choose different colors that I want to do. Maybe do just black, whatever you kind of want. You don't really want it to stand out too much. If I chose like a blue, I could go to blend and do multiply, which might look pretty cool in the background. And then I just need to change the order to go behind so that my little new album stands out a wee bit more. So it sort of just gives it its own wee area on the screen. It's not perfect, but you can definitely play with it. You can also, with that effect on, you can go back in and you can see, well, white with multiply is going to do nothing. It will just disappear. But I could maybe choose like a brighter color, which might work better. Like a yellow, possibly. I don't think it's going to work great on the pink. But yeah, so with the multiply, you can always just select and just go through the colors and just see, does this work? Does this work? Because to be honest, the only reason I know multiply works is because I did that when I was learning. I just went through it and went, does this work? Does this work? Oh, that works great. And you can kind of just play around with that. So yeah, I think it's just play with your colors. Oops, I realized my text has moved. There you go.
Let me show off some things here. Let me show off. Right. Ben Burns, the brand new rock band.
Rock Lake. Love it.
Like Rock Lake. I like that one a lot.
I like
rocks in there. And then you removed back on the rocks. That was class. Man, the loudest bass you will hear, the Astro Ravers.
Love it. Amazing. You guys are way more creative than us with our titles.
Yeah, that was James. This one was class as well. Look at that. They've done your thing where they've got multiple levels.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. Looks great. Yeah.
Great background. The Hawthorne 3. That sounds like a criminal organization. The Hawthorne 3. Brilliant. I like the dots you've used. Yeah, there's
nice also neon background. Good job. Yeah.
Funky Monkey. What a name.
Classic.
Brilliant name. Liked it.
Really good.
The Rock Lake, that's another one. Let's get this party started. Yeah, good stuff. Music to the end. I like it.
I like the wee symmetry at the top with the guitarist.
That's really it's good, isn't it? And they use that background that you had as well.
Oh yeah. Good shout.
There's all sorts of good stuff here.
Yeah.
Like it. Background's good. The Jazz Hotel.
Oh my gosh. I want to know how many layers is in their project.
There's a lot of layers of good stuff, Luca. That's a good one. The Raver. I like that. You could remove the background on that. What have you got there? Maybe remove background on one of those.
I think, one of the duplicated ones, that's a duotone. I think maybe it's come back. Oh, Coldplay.
Yeah, nice background.
It's a good image as well.
Yeah, that one's cool. Void. What a great name.
Yeah, these are great.
Name. Battle of the Band. Yeah, that's good. That's a great poster to advertise like a gig.
Mm-hmm.
Into the Breach. 30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars. That's a good band. That's a real band.
Right, is it? Oh, wow. I'm going to check them out. Yeah. That's great. The Screaming Guitars. Great name.
Oh, that's a good photo too. That's probably where the name came from. Very good.
Yeah.
I love all these textured backgrounds. Oh my goodness.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That looks like a DJ.
Ansel in the background there. That they've gone to town on that.
It's madness.
Amazing 6T. Very moody, very moody jazz.
Very good.
Yeah. The Jeffers. I like that name a lot.
Yeah.
That was great. And then the Screaming Guitars, we had that again. Sing.
Oh, she's got attitude. Oh, bit of animation.
Yeah, they've done well there with getting all of those colors to work. Summertastic Songs, Flip Flops. There's loads of good stuff. Right, we've got to move on. We've got to move on.
We do actually.
We've got to move on because we have gone way over. Right,
we've had a good time. We've had a good time, so it's
we have had a good time. Yeah. Challenge 1. Challenge 2, web design. Create a fan page for your favorite music performer or band. Okay, so you can click this button here. It's going to open the fact file for the greatest band of all time, Queen. And what you're going to do is you're going to watch Ruth very quickly open a page, because it's very simple. They're both very similar. So I'll demo it.
Sure.
But we press the plus and we go down to page. Let's have a look at it on the eye to the pad.
Yeah, so on the iPad, I'll get you started, and then it'll probably mostly be Dom that's leading it, but it is exactly the same. So on the iPads, we're going to go to Spark Page. That was a really squeaky bottle. And we're going to go to plus because we want to create a new page. You don't need to worry about the inspiration stuff. When you hit plus, it creates it straight away, and we're right in, and it's already prompting us to add a title in. Just a few things to show that it's going to be different from Dom's. When he's talking about themes, that's going to be the little magic wand in the top. That's what he's talking about. When he's talking about preview, that's the little play button in the top. And then what we'll do is we'll maybe cut back between us, just depending on time. But I'll keep him right as to what's slightly different on the iPad. But I really don't think it's much different, is it?
No, it's really not. Right. Let's get this one up here. So like Ruth did, once you've got Spark Page open, you press the plus, you go down to web page, and then it'll be exactly the same in terms of add a title, subtitle. So I've got Queen Fact File. That's a kind of, you could use that as your title. Bit boring now.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go, maybe I'll just put Queen, and I'll put the greatest band of all time. Now you can do this for anyone you like. Could be anyone, like, I don't know,
another band.
People that are famous.
You could do Taylor Swift. You could do Harry Styles. You could pick
Mr. Tumble. Anyone.
Mr. Tumble.
Love a bit of Mr. Tumble. Right. Queen, the greatest.
I'm tempted to do Mr. Tumble now.
Now, you can change this so that it becomes a short cover or a split layout, but actually photo is the best, I think. So I'm going to click photo. This will be exactly the same on the iPad. Now here you're going to search for a free photo. Now, the thing with images from like copyrighted music and bands and stuff like that is that it's not going to come up in a stock search. It's not going to come up in a stock search. So we may well have to go into Google. And because you're doing it for educational use, you can use these things. It's not a problem. But if I just put something like Royal Throne or something like that, nice. I could put something in there. Yeah, something like, this would work for me, like I think.
Microphone could be cool.
Yeah, microphone could be a great one. Like, just try, band, stage, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm liking that one for now. That's absolutely fine. And I'll show you how to put images that you get from Google and stuff like that in shortly. But Queen, the greatest band of all time.
Yeah,
I might move that up so it just goes to the top. It sits in the middle. It's kind of nice, really. And then here you got to scroll to start writing your stuff.
I love it.
You could bring it down and then click the photo, change the focal point so that, what do we want it to do? We want it to go further up. And then, it kind of sits in the middle, kind of better. So that's good. That's a little trick you can do. Now it says scroll to start writing your story. So if I go back into Queen Fact File, you can use this one. You should use this one because rather than go off and do your research immediately, just use this to sort of familiarize yourself with how you might do these things. But we've got hits, major achievements, little known fact, and awards and stuff like that. So let me just grab this how they started bit. Okay, copy that. So I've used Control-C or Command-C, depending on what you're using. Or if you're on an iPad, you would highlight it, or maybe Ruth can show that in a sec, actually. I'll go for a split layout. Right. Now, left-hand side is a photo. You can flip it over if you want. I'll keep it on the left. And then on the right-hand side, click the little plus, go to text. Now, don't forget, I've got mine copied. So I'll paste it in here. And then all we have to do here is change the format so it doesn't look so boring. Go in there. Now, Ruth can choose header 2 or quote function. Which one?
Header 2.
Header 2. Okay, header 2. Centered or aligned left?
See, I like left, but I know you like center. So
no, left is what we're doing. Okay. Right. Now, if you're let's put an image in there first. Now, this is where we're talking about Queen, are a British rock band formed in 1970 by Freddie Mercury, etc., etc., etc. So if I go to Queen the band, now I can go to my images here. Now there are different things you can do with these images. You could go to you could go to Tools, Usage Rights, Creative Commons. That means they're completely free to use. Okay, so you can do that if you like. Now, but because you're actually doing it for educational use, you don't have to worry about that. You can go to All, and I might say, well, what's a really good photo of them? This one. Check that out. That is old school. And I'm going to right click it, open image in new tab. Okay. Now that'll give us a really big image, nice and big. Look at those haircuts. Brilliant. Fabulous. Now I'm right clicking it. I'm going to go to save image as. This was, I mean, come on, this is back in the 70s. Come on. And now Queen the band. Okay, and it's going to go into my downloads. Now, when I go back to my page, I can add my image. I can upload a photo. And then, it's gone in as a web BP. We didn't want that. Right. In that kind of situation, you'd probably go and find another one because you don't want any that are web BP. Open image in new tab. What's this one going to save image as? Let's try it again. Queen the band. Save. What's it saved it as? JPEG. That's the one we wanted. Right. So I'll go back to Express now. Upload photo. Queen the band. Yeah. Right. There we go. And I got to put a full stop in here. Right. So that's how you create a split layout. That's how they started. I'm liking that. Ruth, maybe we can just do a quick image thing with you.
Yeah, sure. So I've just searched I'm in Google and I've just searched Of Monsters and Men, which is one of my favorite bands because they're from Iceland and they are awesome. So I have on the iPads, it's very similar. I went to Images and you're going to see Tools here. The best thing to do is you can use the usage rights, but sometimes you download an image and it doesn't look great. So I chose size, and I've only showing large or high quality photographs is a really good one as well. And I really like, say, this one of them. Oh, it's not going to load. This one of them just chilling by a lighthouse. Sure, that's all everybody does in Iceland. And all I'm going to do is tap and hold on it. And then you're going to see that it's going to give a bit of options, and I can just go to save to photos, which means that I originally had Queen, but I'm changing it just to annoy Dom.
You're going to have to change.
Oh, no, I can't type. The what? No, keeping it the same. I'll do Icelandic rock. They're not really rock. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Icelandic. Oh, I can't spell. It's because I'm doing capitals. It doesn't correct me. Nice. I'll just do Icelandic band. Then in here, I can go to replace photo. Instead of using images, I can use on my iPad. And then in recents, this is where I can pick. Oh, I don't know what this is. But say I pick that. Like there's one of.
It was in the top left. It was there.
Oh, was it? Oh, the little one. Oh, yeah. So it was. There we go. There they are chilling. They're looking super,
super Icelandic.
Super Icelandic. And then I can go down and I could have done my split layout exactly the same. But that's how you save images on the iPad. It's a wee bit different. It's just tap and hold and save image.
Yep. Right. Yep. Let's go back here. Right. Next section I'm going to do is their greatest hits. Going to copy all of this, including the YouTube link. I'm going to go back to my page, scroll down. I'll go split layout again, left-hand side, go for text. Paste it all in. Lots of text in here. Right. So formatting. Make sure all your titles are formatted in the same way. Ruth wanted the H2 and she wanted it aligned left. So we said yes to that. And then this YouTube link down here, rather than leave it in as a link like that, that's not going to work. It's not going to work for anyone. So I'm going to cut that by using Control and X or Command and X, depending on what you're using. Then click again. Go to video and now paste that in. Click save. Nice. Bohemian Rhapsody. Tell me you like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There we go. That's okay then.
There we go.
Stadium Rock. All right. What I'm going to look for on the right-hand side, I'm actually going to look for a stock image here. So I'm going to copy that Stadium Rock. Okay. Add your image on the right-hand side, and then Stadium Rock. See what we get. Yeah, lots of weird things. Rock. Maybe I'll go for like rock concerts.
Yeah.
Something like that. What do we get? Yeah.
That's better photo.
Yeah, something like that.
I think you could get away with using just all the stock images for
totally
this.
Could. You totally could. Especially if you were putting things like little links in and stuff like that. You can definitely use stock for this whole thing. That could be Freddie Mercury playing at the piano there.
Yeah. That's kind of
right. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So there we go. We got our header here. This is a stock image. You can go and find an image, save it to your device, and upload it. I did that with this one. Second one again, greatest hits. Now let me show you how to create a glide show. So let's go glide show here. Now I've got major achievements. That's one section. Little known fact. And I've got awards here. Okay. So major achievements. They did things like, they obviously did things like We Will Rock You or We Are the Champions. And so they've become, you see here, which have become anthems at sporting events. So therefore, you could go here, for example, and you could go to like a football match because it's often sung at things like this. So we want, this one's a great one. Look at that. They're all singing We Are the Champions because they've just won the league and been promoted, like Wrexham, for example.
True.
That would be a great one. So that's my first one. Little known fact. Well, actually, this is a sad one. Because the lead singer, Freddie Mercury, was diagnosed with AIDS and he died with that, which was very sad. I wonder what we'd search for there in a way that wouldn't be so sad.
Yeah. What was it? Hospital?
Hospital. Yeah, that's a good one.
Possibly.
So here, this was, I remember this. I remember it happening and I was very sad at the time. So yeah, you could put hospital in there, something like, I don't know what you'd put in really. Then none of them are, are ever going to be that uplifting really. But this is reality. Maybe something like this. And then my last section is awards, which is a little bit more uplifting. So here I could go for something like trophy. Yeah, something like this. I mean, it kind of looks like a bit of a sporting one, but that's okay. Yeah. So I've got one photo for each section. Going to click save. And then I go to my fact file and I've got, what did I go for here? Major achievements. I've got a YouTube link in there. Going to copy it. Go back here. Now, I think I'll keep it on the left-hand side here because we've got lots of sort of fans on the right-hand side. So just paste in all your text. But then make sure you're formatting everything. That's going to be header 2. Then we've got a YouTube link. Have you ever seen, Ruth?
Yeah.
The footage of Queen at Live Aid?
I don't think. Oh no, is that the one where it's like a crazy crowd? Like it's massive.
Yeah.
And yeah, I see.
Call and response thing.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Oh my days.
Where it's like, oh, and then like the crowd.
Yeah, that's the one. Ruth, what a voice. Good. She's got a voice, hasn't she?
No.
Wow. Check that out.
I can sing AO. That's about it.
AO. And this one's a bit of a sad one. I think I'll put this right across the middle. And then I'll put all my text in. Oh, I forgot my title, little known fact. So let's get that, go back and put that in here as some text. Format it. Nice. Header 2. This one, I think maybe is going to have to go in the middle, I think. But then here you can get some advice about, these kind of conditions that sadly took Freddie Mercury away. And you can put it in as text. And you can put find out more. Center that button, click save. So there we go. Beautiful. And then last but not least, we've got awards. I'm just going to grab that. I'm going to go back. I'm going to scroll down to my last one. What I might do here is put this in. Where are we? What are you doing? There you go. Go to awards. Header 2. Now, there's all sorts of, there's loads of stuff in here. Absolutely loads of stuff. But what I'm thinking is, you know, I make the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Mhm.
So I'm going to grab that text and then maybe I'll go into Google again. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
See what we've got there. I did not know that was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That with the what it looks like? Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like, the Louvre, you know, at,
Wow. Yeah, in Paris.
that's really cool.
Wow. Right, open
Yeah,
image in new
actually,
tab.
I don't think I knew that either. That's cool.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is right click that, save image as, I wonder what it's going to save it as. Let's have a look. That's a web BP as well,
Mhm.
which is not so good. Let's go to Long Live Rock. That one looks good. Open image in new tab. Oh, it's giving me a small one. You see, that's what Ruth was saying before. That's not what you want.
No.
Open image in new tab. This is a JPEG. There we go. Long live rock. I mean, that's so appropriate for this as well. That's gone on in as a JPEG. Great. So here, what I can do is, because I want to change this one, I can click on the photo, go to edit photos, and then here I can press replace. I'm hoping this is going to work nicely. Rock Hall. Yeah. And it just replaces it like that.
Perfect.
And if I click save, my text is still in there.
So handy.
This is wonderful. And then I'll put it there. And then I'll put that into the center. Now, a couple of things that I know Ruth is going to pick up on. He always does. If you want to change your theme, you can go over here. And which is your favorite theme?
It really depends. What am I using at the minute? I am using Chic.
Chic?
Or
Oh,
Chic.
Chic. Yeah.
But that was just because it gave me a nice big chunky font at the start.
Yeah, that's quite good. I like that one for this, actually.
It suits Queen, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So once you're done, you can press present and have a look and check your work and see whether that new theme works for you. Queen, the greatest band of all time. Of course they are. How they started, old school photo, check. Next on their greatest hits, greatest song in the world ever, check. Stock image, which is totally appropriate, check. There we go. Major achievements. This one is, you know, the Live Aid concert. Oh, it's just amazing. Totally amazing.
You playing the video.
Oh, love it.
Oh, there's no sound.
I know, but you know,
still looks
cool. Look at him, one legend. Look at him. Ah! This is great. I keep forgetting that people are watching.
And yeah, then, sorry guys.
Little fact, you can click out more to find more about the disease that he died from, which was a real shame.
Yeah.
And then awards, there you go. Dead easy. To share it, you do the same as we did before. You're going to press share, publish and share link, and then create a link, because you can't show us the one from the browser. You can't do that. It won't let us have access. And once you've got that link, you'll have your very own web page that you can share with tout le monde, the whole world.
Nice.
There it is. Right, Ruth, maybe show us how to share on the iPad.
Yeah, so I don't really have that much in here. I only just about got a glide show in, but you can kind of see it's the same sort of idea. So what I'm going to do is on the iPad, once you're finished, you just hit the little box with the arrow with the pointing out. Remember, that means share. So if I tap on that, I can go to turn off get noticed. So at the minute it says create public link. If I turn off get noticed, you're going to see create unlisted link. That just means it's a wee private link. So if I click create link, it's just going to load. Again, depending on if you've got videos, you've got loads of content in, it might take a wee bit. This shouldn't take too long because I didn't really get a chance to put too much in. But because I was watching Dom, I was mesmerized by Dom. And then once it's done, so it does say do not exit the screen. So once it's done, it'll say success. I can hit done. If I go in here, I can go to that bit.ly that's scrolling /share express. I can type everything in. I can go down here and I can hit paste. But just to show you, if I paste it into my browser, then this is what Dom is able to see. And that's kind of it. Just sometimes it'll take a wee bit longer to load your own photographs that you uploaded.
That's true.
It didn't actually come through which I'd need to double check. It might be because it's a private link. I need to double check that.
Maybe.
Yeah. But that's okay. That's all right. But you can kind of see, and that's how you share on the iPad. Pretty simple.
Perfect. Right. That is pretty much all we've got time for. Yeah, do share your work with us. That would be great. We'd love to see it. Don't forget to pester your teacher mercilessly once you've completed your 2 challenge so that you get your, Ruth?
VIPs. Oh, no, sorry, swag. Sorry.
Swag. And then if you go on and teach other people in your school, what do you get?
Oh, then you get VIP swag. That's it.
Brilliant. Yes, you do. Miss McCulloch, how do you say that one? McCulloch. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to you too. Thank you to everyone who's come to any session over this year. It's been an absolute pleasure. It really has. And I will look forward to seeing you in September. Ruth, will you have us back?
Maybe. I'll see. I'll see if I've got time, you know. I have to come back and represent with my little pig shirt and stuff. So yeah.
Well, we hope you all have a wonderful summer. Keep expressing, keep using it as much as possible. Lots of new features going to be back. We're going to be in the app by the time you come back. Going to be on the web by the time you come back. So there'll be lots more things to teach you about. But apart from that, have a lovely summer. Thank you very much.
And listen to lots of music today. Celebrate.
Yeah, that's a good thought for the day on World Music Day. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, everyone, on World Music Day. Sure, why not? Thank you very much.